So we talked about Puka Nacua on Wednesday about
and
going on.
Shit snowballed after that, Tom.
Oh, it really. I'm glad I put it in the rundown because it seemed like after that, dude, you had, what was it? Like folks from the government were tweeting about Puka Nacua. So yeah, that snowballed real quick. Puka had to come out and make an apology, the whole 9 yards. But then he goes off in this game, which is fascinating because I think there was a point where like he didn't even get a target since like the beginning of like the second quarter, right? So there was a huge stretch where he wasn't, and then he wound up having over 200 yards in that game. You know, he freaking went off. But Puka, then as soon as the game is over, like, and I mean as soon, I mean he must have ran to the locker room and ran to Twitter, tweets out. Do you have because I know he deleted it. Do you know what
it was about the refs? Let's see here.
About the refs, yeah. So he tweets basically, I don't remember the exact phrase, but he complains about the refs again.
Yeah, I got it.
He winds up deleting it. But Sean McVay, that was the most angry teacher energy that I have ever seen in a press conference. He is like seething with rage to the point where halfway through his answer, he realizes how angry he sounds and is like, you know what, guys? If we could find that real quick, it's a phenomenal clip because he's so angry because he's asked about Puka and he's like, well, what do you think about, what he just said? And he has no idea because he literally just went right there. He doesn't know what Puka tweeted about. So he's very like complimentary of Puka. And he's like, we're going to support him, like whatever. But oh boy.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I don't think what Puka tweeted here is even that bad. It's just like, if he had just complained about the refs and that was the only thing that was drawing controversy around him,
sure,
then this is a little bit different. But it's not understanding the magnitude of like the scrutiny he was under, I think, right? And I'll bring up the McVay thing because I pulled it last night because it is fascinating and it's, I think, a good representation of how savvy of a coach Sean McVay is.
Yes.
But like Puka was being accused of being like anti-Semitic this week because he was on Aiden Ross's live stream. Yes. And we played the clip where he was criticizing the officials, saying that they're terrible and they just want to be on TV. I think he said something about like concussions aren't really that big of a deal. It's like all in your head. Somebody posted.
I don't even know about that one.
I mean, they are all in your head, but like
it is true. I mean,
my like honest takeaway from that whole thing, and I hate to sound mean, I just don't think Puka's that bright. And in terms of understanding like what's going on.
But see, I think like the way that I view it, and maybe I'm being too kind here, I feel like it's just a maturity thing.
It is 100% a maturity thing.
You know what I mean? Like he doesn't know, like he does. Like, dude, the fact that like this went viral, right? I don't know if he could have understood the magnitude, right? Again, I have never sat through an Aiden Ross stream ever. The only time I have ever even heard of this person is some random clips that go viral for some stupid crap, right?
Right.
It's the only thing I know of him. So when I saw him on there and he was complaining about the refs, the first thing I was like, oh, he's just going to wind up getting fined.
Yeah.
But then like they started talking about like a Jewish celebration and like rubbing his hands together. And so that's what sparked the apology. And that's kind of what started going viral. And that got a whole bunch of traction after our show on Wednesday. And then he wound up obviously not doing those things, but
I don't think he realized anything he was doing was like offensive in terms of like the celebration thing. I think saying that the referees are intentionally making mistakes so they can get on TV is a wildly dumb thing to say. So, yeah, I think he is unaware. I don't think Puka has bad intentions. But then there's a weird thing that was going on because his brother got arrested for
stole a car,
stealing a car or borrowing a car that you didn't have permission to borrow. Like, until this week,
if you borrow a car you don't have permission to borrow.
Boys out there, Tom. Like, we've all been rooting for his story. Just so I don't know. And I thought during McVay's press conference, he did a very good job because he was getting worked up. He's getting all these questions about Puka after a really tough loss. And he starts to get mad and he realizes, nope, this is not the approach. And he goes into coach speak. He supports his player. And they keep pressing him until he just like politely ends the press conference. And it was a fascinating situation on top of a crazy game to just watch all of it play out.
Well, you also have to think about it too. Like McVay has to be. Didn't also McVay just have a kid like 3 days ago?
Yeah, and so, I believe he was sick and he didn't travel with the team.
Like McVay just had a baby, right? Sick, has to deal with this Puka Nacua crap.
Yeah.
Then they lose after being up 16 points in the fourth quarter, and then is asked, hey, so you know that wide receiver who got in trouble that you've been talking about all week? Yeah, what do you think about the tweet he just did? My man was not having it.
I got it here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can hear it.
Taking like a bailed shot there at the refs. I mean,
what are you talking about?
You just put something out on Twitter a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, so what are you asking me right now?
Are you okay?
I can't answer questions about something that I'm not aware of.
Okay, but are you okay with players kind of expressing frustration over things like that? Or is that something that you hope that they kind of keep to themselves?
I got to have more information before I answer any of those kind of questions.
What conversations have you had with Puka about his live stream this week?
Yeah, he was very apologetic. I don't think he understood the totality of some of the things. I think he issued that apology. I know this guy's heart, and for anybody that was offended, terribly sorry about that. I know he feels that same exact way. He's a young guy that's a great kid that's continuing to learn about, just the platform that he has. I love him. We're going to continue to put our arm around him and help him learn and grow. But we never want to do things that ever offend anybody, and I know he feels that same way.
How about those guys coming onto your property at the facility in a short week as you're preparing for the biggest?
Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. They came on our property.
Can you pause it?
He said on the live
it is the most angry teacher because they're asking about. So Aiden Ross and company tried to get into the Rams facility because they were trying to like get on stream with like Puka, and like Puka was trying to like help them get in or whatever. And they got denied at the gate. Right.
Yeah.
So this came out and Sean McVay was just asked that question because it's a little bit low in the clip, was like, did you know about these folks trying to get on the property? And the Sean McVay turn of like, were they on our property? Like it is.
Huh?
So he gets angrier and angrier, and then there's going to be the switch.
Yeah, and it's because they won't stop poking it. And I get like they're trying to get their story.
Mad.
I don't think no. Did he say my name?
He said boss man. I assume that was him.
It wasn't me.
He say my name?
Was it like a distraction this week?
No, it wasn't a distraction at all. Did you think his play showed that he was distracted? I didn't think so either. He went off today. He didn't. And you know what? And I apologize for. I love this team. And man, when you put out as much as our group does, and you care so much about something, and you come up short, it's incredibly disappointing.
Phenomenal.
But
I love
it's
Sean
that
McVay.
Switch because he's just like, does it look like it was a distraction? Then he's like, you know what, guys?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I see what's happening here. I'm the face of the franchise right now in this moment, and I'm going to play it cool.
Hasn't slept for 72 hours, has like a newborn, and is now dealing with a 24-year-old going on an Aiden Ross stream. Exactly what he wants to talk about after a devastating loss.
What'd you think of the tweet right after the thing? What'd you think about that? Like, good God.
Yeah, also their plane did get delayed. They
had a delayed plane. They got cursed this week. They lost in horrific fashion. It might be the curse wheel's finest work. This might be the finest work because I like it because nobody got severely injured as well. Like it was just a loss and a bunch of bad circumstances.